Gracias. Muchas gracias. Viva South America. Viva Herbalife. I'm so delighted to be here today. I remember my first visits to South America many years ago. Colombia, Brazil, hola, and my first visits to Venezuela, Viva. Then my visits to Argentina. And then Chile. Fantastico. Wow. Gracias. Gracias.
Thank you.
Who did I leave out? Ecuador. Bolivia. Increíble.
Incredible.
Wow. Panama. My congratulations to all of you for working so hard to qualify for this spectacular event. Finally, extravaganza excepcional comes to South America. And I'm just excited that I was invited to be part of this incredible occasion. I took a little extra time to sign the journals and papers today because I remember when I was a distributor. I signed my application to become a part-time health and nutrition distributor, products similar to Herbalife's Formula 1, Formula 2. I signed that application in 1955. 51 years ago. I decided I could spend 15 hours a week, part-time, and I invested $200. which I had to borrow because I didn't have it. So with a $200 investment and devoting 15 hours a week part-time, becoming a health and nutrition distributor, my whole life totally changed. So similar to Mark Hughes' story, there's nothing like health and nutrition, this incredible marketing system we have, the idea of personal development, the training, the best in the world. All of that changed my life all those years ago. So I finally moved to Beverly Hills after I made my fortune. And I was invited to speak on some occasions for service clubs. And I enjoyed that very much, telling my story, how a young boy from the farms of Idaho in America could finally make it to Beverly Hills. And then I started giving seminars for the public. And I was doing one of those public seminars about 29 years ago. And in my seminar audience was a young man, 19 years old, and his name was Mark Hughes. So I want you to make this your first note for today. You never know who's in your audience. Even if it's a little meeting at home or a more formal meeting, you never know who's there. Someone who can change your life, someone who can make you very wealthy. So the philosophy of Mark Hughes was, whatever meetings you do, one-on-one, at the coffee shop, a little home meeting with 5 or 6 people, or a more formal meeting like Herbalife has in their training, information meetings. Mark said, number 1, always be sincere. Number 2, always do your best. Number 3, present the whole story of Herbalife opportunity. Sincerity, always do your best, and present the whole Herbalife opportunity. Giving everyone you talk to, whether it's a small meeting or a large meeting like this extravaganza, a chance to see the Herbalife opportunity and what it has to offer. When I spoke to the leadership group earlier in the week, I gave them these notes, the 3 major influences in the life of Mark Hughes. Number 1, health and nutrition. Same was true for me. My mother studied and practiced nutrition all of my life. Some of the things she mixed up for myself and my father were pretty bad. But she said, if this doesn't kill us, I think it'll help. So my mother, my father, and I are drinking these nutritional drinks, taking the vitamins when I was just a child growing up. Got me ready to meet Mark Hughes and to be involved in Herbalife. So the first influence in the life of Mark Hughes is health and nutrition. First, as a study and a practice. Mark studied and practiced health and nutrition before he developed the products and the company. Which meant when he started the company, he was not just a businessman trying to make a profit. He was a believer in the benefits, the extraordinary benefits of health and good nutrition. Then, of course, he developed the product and he developed the business. The second major influence in the life of Mark Hughes, person-to-person marketing. Instead of putting the products in the store, Mark said, let's take the products person to person. Someone who believes in Herbalife, uses the product themselves, they will be the best ones to tell the story. And since they have a financial interest in everybody having success using the products, they would be the ones most likely to follow up, make sure the customer is using the product. Mark knew that following up, was going to be a challenge. Some customers are easy, and some are impossible. You call Mary on the phone, say, Mary, how are you doing? Mary says, I'm not losing weight. And you say, that's impossible. She says, no, it's true. I'm standing on the scales right now, and I'm not losing weight. And you have to say, Mary, the product doesn't work while you're standing on the scales. If you'll get off the scales, it'll start working. Mary says, no, it's not going to work for me. And you say, Mary, what day is it? She says, it's Friday. And you say, Mary, I forgot to tell you. Weekend is the best time for Herbalife products to work. Saturday and Sunday, people lose weight like crazy. Finally, Mary says, okay, I'll start using the products again. That's what Mark wanted. He didn't want to just sell Herbalife products for your notes. He wanted everybody to use Herbalife products. So that's why he chose this method of marketing. Also, Mark wanted a marketing system where you could start at the bottom, and if you wanted to, you could go to the top. Nobody has illustrated the power of this marketing system better than the Latinos in South America and around the world. Some of the stories you've heard here at Extravaganza are so exciting. People who started with so little and yet have become leaders, making fortunes, doing extremely well in the business and also in life. That's what Mark wanted. An opportunity for every person that wanted to present the idea of health and nutrition to the public, and to have a chance to present the opportunity for people to come and change their lives financially. The third major influence in the life of Mark Hughes is probably the most important. And it's one of the reasons why we have this extravaganza for these several days here in Santiago. And that is the idea of personal development. You can become more than you are. You can become stronger, better, wiser, develop more skills than you've ever had before, more disciplines. And the greatest value in life is not what you get. The greatest value in life is what you become. My mentor, when I was 25 years old, said to me, Mr. Rohn, why don't you set a goal to become a millionaire? And I thought, that's exciting. Set a goal to become a millionaire. And then here's what he said. For what it will make of you to achieve it. And that was a whole new philosophy for me. For what it, not what it will make for you, but what it will make of you. Then he said, if you work on your disciplines and skills, learn the marketplace, learn how to solve problems, learn how to help people succeed, develop your personality, your language, your communication, and then you have the $1 million. Now you could give the money away, because the greatest value was not what you got. The greatest value was what you become. Probably the best example is Mark Hughes. Mark Hughes made this incredible fortune. After he died, the company had to be sold. The new investors paid $680 million. Over 2 million people had been recruited into the business during Mark's 20 years as leader of the company. The figures are so staggering. From 50 customers he started in 1980 to 50 countries when he died in the year 2000. His accomplishments were absolutely incredible, and his wealth was unbelievable. But the most exciting part about Mark, because I knew him from the time he was 19 until age 44 when he died, was not just the wealth he created. It was not just his own personal fortune, but the person he became. And I can truly say this about Mark. His list of virtues was so long, it easily overcame his list of mistakes. Mark made his share of mistakes, as we will all make our share of mistakes. But hopefully we can follow that example to keep our list of virtues, skills, disciplines growing, so that that value that we become will easily overcome the mistakes we make in our life, our business. What an example Mark set. Now, just a little study on economics. Here's a little formula that I found when I was 25 years old that changed my life. Now, I'll give you time to write it down. We get paid primarily for bringing value to the marketplace. We get paid for bringing value to the marketplace. The marketplace is the people. And what we bring to the marketplace is in two parts. First, what we bring, like a product. Herbalife. Opportunity. Second, value we bring to the marketplace is who we become, the person we become. So we get paid for what we bring, like the products. We also get paid for the person we become. A person of skills, disciplines, refinement of language, personality. And the greatest pay does not come from what you bring, like the products. The greatest pay comes from the person you become. A leader, supervisor, ability to help other people. Now, Michael Johnson and the company keeps working on the products to keep improving the products and the product line. So the company's going to do their job, working to improve the products. Now, we must do our job, working to improve ourselves. Those early years that I spent as a distributor, from 1955 to 1961, 62, those years really got me ready to accept Mark's invitation when he said, "Come with me, let's take Herbalife around the world." And during that 7 years, I worked extremely hard on my skills, my disciplines, my personality. I worked extremely hard on my ability to communicate, help other people to see opportunity. And I found this incredible discovery. If you work hard by your language to make something clear for someone else, you make it more clear for yourself. If you do your best to help someone else understand the opportunity, you now understand it better yourself. So I'm thankful for those early years, 1955 to 1962, that got Jim Rohn ready to accept Mark Hughes' invitation, and finally led me by all kinds of means and trips around the world, and finally here in January in Santiago. Now I wish the same journey to happen for you. Someone else has got to come along in leadership role. We now have 60 countries and counting. Jim Rohn cannot possibly cover them all. We've got to have other leaders, other speakers, other people who come along, developing skills and the ability to tell the Mark Hughes story, the product story, the marketing story, and the Herbalife story. And I see down here, of course, in front of me, those who are becoming those leaders who are going to help take Herbalife the rest of the way around the world. The Herbalife opportunity is so extraordinary. It gives you the chance to participate in what we call the laws of wealth, how to become rich, how to become wealthy. Let me give you 3 sources of the laws of wealth. Number 1, from the Bible. The question was asked in Bible times, what is the secret to greatness? Great wealth, great power, great influence, a person of great respect, great honor. How do you achieve greatness? And here was the answer: find a way to serve many people. That was the answer. Find a way to serve many people. Many would like to achieve greatness, but they don't have a way. So Mark Hughes came along in 1980 and said, I've developed a way that you can help many people and thereby achieve great wealth, great honor, great respect, great self-esteem, great influence. The second source of this law of wealth comes from John Kennedy, one of the presidents of my country. John Kennedy said, don't ask what your country can do for you. That's not how you become wealthy. That's not how you have great respect, great honor, great wealth, great achievement, great self-esteem. But rather ask, what could I do for my country? The people of my country. Starting with my family. Starting with my neighbors. Starting with the people in my community. And if I develop the skills and the resources, maybe I could help people of my country all throughout my country. And by the way, Herbalife does fantastic service to the country, helping people with better health with these incredible products, helping people to achieve better financial security with the marketing system, and the teaching and training that Herbalife offers helps to make better citizens of any country wherever Herbalife goes. Incredible value we bring to the marketplace and to the country. So, that's the secret to wealth. The next source of the wealth formula comes from my friend Zig Ziglar, a speaker and trainer, teacher in America. Here's what Zig Ziglar says. If you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything you want. I first heard him say that about 45 years ago, and I underlined the word everything. If you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything you want. So now you need a way to help many people get what they want, what they need, so that you can have everything you want, everything that you need. And Mark Hughes says, I have the way. I have the products, I have the marketing, I have the training, I have the staff now supporting distributors around the world in 60 countries. Herbalife truly is the way. So you don't have to go very far to discover opportunity to change your life for the better using the Herbalife products, getting people on these products so that the testimonials start to build your business, showing them financial opportunity with this marketing system, and then giving them the best value of all in becoming a distributor, and that is to get in on the training and the teaching. Now let me say this about the teaching and the training and the meetings in your home country. Attend every training and meeting you possibly can. If you regularly attend every meeting you possibly can, every extravaganza, every leadership weekend, every supervisor workshop, every summer spectacular, whatever the meetings are, try your best to qualify and be there. Here's why. If you regularly attend all the meetings you can, some of those occasions will be life-changing. You'll never be the same again. Some will be ordinary, some will be routine, and some will be life-changing. And because you've attended all the meetings you've attended up until you've come to Santiago, maybe now all of you here are due for one of those life-changing occasions. And I really think this is one of those times. Now, under personal development, make these notes. Number one, study how to improve and strengthen your personal philosophy. Making wise decisions affects you for a lifetime. Some of the decisions you're going to make here at Extravaganza are going to affect you the rest of your life. Our prayer every morning should be, help me to make wise decisions today. Here's why. There's an interesting story in the Bible. And here's what it says. It's just a simple story. There were two nice people. Two nice people. Not one good person, one bad person. No. This is the story of two nice people. However begins the drama of life. And the storyteller says, however, one person built his house on the rock, and the other person built his house on the sand. And immediately we understand the story. And the storms came, as they always do, and the one that built his house on the rock was saved. And the one that built his house on the sand was lost. Not because he was evil, not because he was bad, but because he built his house on the sand. Here's what it means. Nice people can make foolish decisions. Nice people can make careless decisions. Sometimes those decisions can be fatal. Here's a man who loves his family. He's a good husband. He's a good citizen. He works hard. He's respected. He lives in Los Angeles. And on this particular day, he's in a hurry driving his car. Hurry for an appointment. He comes to the intersection, and the light turns red. And a little voice in his head says, "You're late, go ahead, you can make it." And now, he's dead. Not because he was bad, not because he was evil, but because he was careless and foolish at the wrong time. Making wise decisions about building your health on the rock, not on the sand. Making wise decisions about building your marriage on the rock, not on the sand. Making wise decisions about building your business on the rock, not on the sand. Michael Johnson every day has to understand, in doing business in 60 countries around the world, are we constantly building on the rock? Let's make sure we build on the rock so that we last forever not on the sand, and be gone when the storm comes. This simply means your personal philosophy should be always do the right thing. Always do the right thing. Always be considerate of others, respectful of others' opinions. Do the right thing. Here's what's next in personal self-development, and that's attitude, how you feel. First is what you know and the decisions you make. Now we come to attitude and how you feel. All of our emotions must go to school and learn. First, it's how you feel about the past. Don't live in the past. Use the past as a teacher to help you get better for the future. It's how you feel about the future. This is a good time here at Extravaganza to set your goals for the future. Your personal goals, your family goals, your business goals, what you want for your life, your business, your organization. We learn from the past, but we're inspired by the future. Reasons make a difference in how your life works out. If you have a long enough list of reasons, it will drive you to learn the skills, attend the classes, become better this year than you were last year, more skillful in use of language, invitation, presentation. Next, it's how you feel about everybody. It takes all of us to make a thriving company. It takes all of us to make this occasion Extravaganza Santiago. If one of you were missing, there wouldn't be this many people here. It takes everybody. Everybody. Each of us need all of us. When you came to this occasion, you brought one person, that was yourself. But when you leave with the inspiration of all of us. You leave with the teaching and the training. When you leave here, you leave much richer than when you came. And the same is true for me. The inspiration of this occasion, I'm on my way to Australia, and then India, and then Korea. And believe me, when I get there, I will tell the story of Extravaganza Santiago and how I was inspired. Both Michael Johnson and myself draw this great strength to do the work, business around the world, from occasions like this, and all of you participating. Here's the last one. It's how you feel about yourself. If you do the right thing every day, at the end of the day, you feel good about yourself. This is a major part of personal development. The next one is activity. You have to do the work. The old formula for work was 6 days work, 1 day rest. It's important not to get those numbers mixed up. My translation, don't rest too long. Here's why. If you rest too long, the weeds take the garden. And sometimes all of the good work drifts away from not being active, busy. I'm sure all of you don't need that lecture because you've been busy or you wouldn't be here today. Next, keep checking on your results. How are you doing? Herbalife will give you a lot of numbers every month when the month is finished on how you're doing as far as your business is concerned. But customers, distributors, growing, volume, all of that. But also keep track of the results of your own personal development. Skills you didn't have last year, you're learning this year. Things you didn't know 2 years ago, now you do know. That's a good measure of your progress. And here's the last one. Lifestyle. The greatest part of herbal life and all of its uniqueness and opportunity is to create for all of us lifestyle. That's why I love to see the fantastic portrayal on the screen of all the pictures, all the cars and all the homes and all the trips and all the vacations. Lifestyle. Herbalife gives us a chance for the most incredible lifestyle. Now I've got something I want you to memorize just before I finish. I'll go slow enough so you can write it down. And if you don't quite understand the translation, please let me know. Okay, write down this phrase. We're going to memorize it. From testimonials and personal experience, we have enough information to conclude. Does that translate? To conclude that it's possible. Es posible. It's possible to design and live an extraordinary life. Okay. From testimonials and personal experience, we have enough information to conclude that it's possible to design and live an extraordinary life. I want you okay, everybody stand up. I want you to repeat this phrase now for me, and I want you to remember it for the rest of your life, and also I want you to teach it. Jim Rohn cannot be the only teacher. I need thousands of other teachers to teach all of this. So let's all say it together. In Spanish. In Spanish, okay. Everybody, from testimonials and personal experience. And now let me give you the magic word. The magic word. We did it earlier for the leadership group. So remain standing. I'm going to give you the magic word for making it happen. An extraordinary herbal life future. You cannot do it by yourself. It takes all of us working together. So I want you to say the magic word to several people around you by shaking their hand or giving them an embrace. And the magic word is together. Together. Everybody, together. Juntos. Together. Hey. Juntos. 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 Together, my man. Juntos. Together. Together. Salud! Salud!